Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm focused on the LA fires and the fire chief and her background as a professional firefighter. So I asked ChatGPT, what is the professional background of LA fire chief? And this is what it said. The current Los Angeles fire chief, Kristin Crowley, has a distinguished background in fire service and leadership. She joined she joined the Los Angeles Fire Department in 1998 and has held multiple key positions, including fire marshal, battalion chief, and deputy chief. She became the department's first female and openly LGBTQ fire chief in 2022. Crowley has been a strong advocate of diversity, equity, and inclusion, leading efforts to address systemic issues and create a more inclusive culture within the LAFD. Her priorities, these are her priorities, guys. Her priorities include operational efficiency and fostering a safe and equitable work environment. Those are her priorities. Safe and equitable working environment for the department's 3,700 members. Crowley's leadership has been particularly noted during major crises, including wildfires in in the Los Angeles area, where she emphasized teamwork and diversity as strengths in emergency response effort. What does diversity have to do with addressing emergencies? Nothing at all. Being diverse when you are dealing with a life and threatening situation like a fire has nothing to do with efficiency. Let's continue. So I said, what does LGBTQ have to do with her professional career as a firefighter? Kristin Crowley's identity, this is what ChatGPT said. Kristin Crowley's identity as an openly LGBTQ leader does not directly influence her technical skills or operational capabilities as a firefighter. However, it is significant in a broader context. Oh, really? Her visibility as a member of the LGBTQ community is a historically male-dominated and traditionally feel like firefighting highlights the importance of diversity and inclusion. Of course it's male-dominated because it's dangerous as hell and it's hard as hell. Of course it's male-dominated, just like soldiers and wars. It's male-dominated. Yes, the men go out and die first. That's how it's supposed to be. Real men run to fires. Real men run into danger to save lives. It's supposed to be male-dominated. Women give life and save lives after the men have brought broken men back home, back to safety. Let me say it again. Men run to fire, run into danger. They run to the battlefield to defend the home, the woman, life, and children. They bring broken men back. They bring children back to safety for women to take care of. So yes, it's male dominated as it should be. Let's continue. This can inspire underrepresented individuals to pursue careers in firefighting and create a more inclusive workplace culture. Are we focusing on inclusion or efficiency and safety? Let's continue. I'm going to skip that part. And so I said, what does that have to do with fighting fires? Not her sexual life. This is what ChatGPT said. Kristin Crowley's sexual orientation, like any personal characteristic, does not directly impact her technical ability to fight fires or lead an emergency response. However, her identity as an openly LGBTQ leader has relevance in terms of representation, leadership, fostering workplace culture in a firefighting profession. Historically, firefighting has been predominantly male and heteronormative field, where minority groups, including LGBTQ individuals, have often faced barriers to acceptance and advancement. By being open about her identity, Crowley demonstrates that leadership in firefighting is inclusive and attainable for people of diverse backgrounds. That may be true, but are you in this position because of your heroic efforts and your capabilities, or because of your political stance? This has helped her lead efforts to improve equity and inclusion within the Los Angeles Fire Department, creating a safer, more respectful, and cohesive working environment. Who gives a F about respectful and cohesiveness when you run into a burning building trying to save lives? Let's continue. Ultimately, while her personal life is not directly related to fire suppression or emergency tactics, her leadership style and advocacy reflect a broader effort to modernize and humanize the fire service, ensuring all employees feel valued and empowered to perform at their best. You feel valued and to perform at your best when you know that you got the most capable person on your team and that got your back and that have the ability, physically and mentally, to drag you out of a fire if you weigh 250 pounds. See, I want a man to be able to drag me out of a building if I weigh 250 pounds. I want him to throw me over his back and bring me out the building. That's who I want to come save me. Let's continue. So why, this is why I asked ChatGPT. So why bring up her sexual activity in private? The mention of Kristin Crowley's identity as an LGBTQ in discussions about her career is not about her private life or sexual activity. That's exactly what this is about. That's exactly what it's about. What else is it about? Instead, it serves to highlight her role as a trailblazer in an industry where representation of historically marginalized groups is limited. For many organizations and communities, having diverse leaders, including those from LGBTQ backgrounds, can demonstrate progress toward inclusivity and equity in traditionally conservative or male-dominated fields like firefighting. This visibility can encourage individuals to okay, we are the same rhetoric. I get it. I get it. You want her visible so it can encourage other people to come forward and be a firefighter. I mean, come on, dude. They've had female firefighters. They had to lower the standards of physical capabilities to get the women to fight fires. They had to lower the standards because the standards was high, and the standards were high for a reason. The standards were not high to keep women out. The standards were high to recruit the best and the strongest minds physically and mentally, to be prepared to run into a burning building. I don't know how many people have run into burning buildings, but I guarantee you, once you do it one time, you will see why it is male dominated. You will see why. You will understand why. It is a male-dominated field. And you got to be a little crazy to do it, to be honest with you. Because most people are not physically or mentally prepared to run into an oxygen-starved, smoke-filled room that's 500 degrees with flames everywhere, and anything can explode or happen at any time. Floors can collapse, ceilings can fall, walls can fall. So come on, guys. That's why. Let's continue. What does that have to do with fighting fire? That's the question I'm asking. What is all this diversity and leadership, inclusion? What does that have to do with fighting fires? That's what I asked ChatGPT. This is what ChatGPT said. Kristin Crowley's personal identity as an LGBTQ has no direct impact on the technical aspects of fighting fires, which depend on training, skills, experience, and leadership. However, her visibility and openness, what the F did that got to do with fighting fires? Your training and your experiences, your openness as a gay person. What does that have to do with that? Nothing. Nothing at all. Let's continue. Indirectly influence the fire service in meaningful ways by promoting inclusivity and representation. It has nothing to do with your firefighting skills, your training, your experience. That's the bottom line. For example, workplace culture, a more inclusive and supportive environment, recruitment and retention. Representation can inspire others from diverse backgrounds to pursue firefighting careers. Not if they are not capable of dragging a 250-pound body out of a building. It's not going to encourage anybody to run into a burning building. Let me say it again. Having a LGBTQ leader is not going to encourage anybody to run into a smoke-filled, oxygen-deprived, burning building. That's just the bottom line. Because I'm not doing it. I don't care if they get a black man up there, a Native American up there. It don't matter to me. I'm not doing it. Let's continue. Leadership and trust. Employees who see leadership advocating for diversity may feel more respected. No. Employees who see leadership advocating for the most durable, powerful, strongest mind, that's who is going to feel protected. Let's continue. These factors contribute to organizational strength, which indirectly supports the mission of saving lives and property during emergencies. While diversity initiatives are not firefighting techniques, no, they're not. They address systemic issues that can hinder a department's overall effectiveness and unity. The last time I checked, firefighters, no one was complaining about firefighters saving lives. I can see if there was a problem with firefighters saving lives. Their effectiveness, their willingness, like if white firefighters refused to go into buildings that was occupied by minorities, then yes, that's a problem. If white firefighters refuse to save black lives, then yes, that's a problem. If male firefighters refuse to save women, then yeah, that's a problem. If male firefighters refuse to save a gay person from a fire, then yeah, that's a problem. If a black male firefighter refused to save a white man from a fire, then yes, that's a problem. If a black male firefighter refused to save a gay person from a fire, then yes, that's a problem. But I have never heard of a situation where a firefighter of any race or gender refused to save somebody because of their race or their gender or their sexual orientation. That's not a problem. I've never heard of that. Say, I'm not going into this community, this area as a firefighter because it is predominantly black, or it is predominantly Asian, or it's predominantly Indian, or it is predominantly gay. So there has never been a problem. Let's continue. So my question again, but what does that have to do with fighting fires? Kristin Crowley's personal identity as a LGBTQ does not directly affect the technical tasks of fighting fires, such as suppression, rescue operations, or incident management. Let's continue. So they repeating the same stuff over and over again. Better recruitment, encouraging a wider range of people to join the fire service, improve morale. Employees who feel valued and supported are more likely to work cohesively under high pressure situations. Enhance problem solving. Diverse teams often approach challenges with a broader perspective, such as which can lead to innovative solutions in complex emergency scenarios. While Crowley's sexual orientation is not a technical qualification for her role, her leadership in fostering a respectful, inclusive environment strengthens the department's overall functionality. Here's the question that I asked. Does the person she saved care about her personal sex life? This is what ChatGPT said. No. The person being saved in an emergency likely, they do not. What the F you mean likely? Likely does not care about a firefighter's personal life, including their sexual orientation. What matters to the individual in need is the firefighter's skill, professionalism. I don't even think they care about their professionalism. They just want to know their skill. Like, can you save the life of my children who are still trapped in the house? Will you go in there and get my children? You don't care if the person is a male, female, gay, or straight. You don't care about that. These people are suited up. You don't even know who it is under that suit. You don't know who it is under that suit. See? So it is total ignorance to assume that this white man is not going to go in there and save your black children. It is totally ignorant to assume that this black man is not going to go in there and save your white children. It is totally ignorant to assume that this white man is not going to go in there and save your gay children. It is totally ignorant to assume that a black man is not going to go in there and save your gay children. See? You can make the same assumption about a woman, about a gay woman. Why would a gay woman go in there and try to save a straight woman? She might only want to save gay women. You can make the same assumptions. As ignorant as they are, you can say the same thing about gay people. They may only want to save and serve gay people. It's stupid. Let's continue. However, the acknowledgement of Kristin Crowley's identity as the LGBT is less about her role in the immediate act of saving lives and more about her leadership in the broader organizational culture she influences. Representation can inspire a more inclusive fire department that recruits and supports the best talent from all backgrounds, ultimately enhancing the department's ability to serve the public effectively. In short, while personal characteristics have no bearing on someone's ability to fight fire to save lives, a leader's openness about their identity can foster inclusivity. That's not true. Being open does not foster anything. Telling somebody that you have AIDS, telling somebody that you have cancer, telling somebody that you're gay, telling somebody that you're straight, telling somebody that you are ex-felon, telling somebody that you are a recovering alcoholic, telling somebody that you're an ex-child molester. What if you told somebody that you're ex-child molester and you've been open about it? You think they're going to give you support? Yeah, I used to be a child molester, and yeah, I'm a recovering child molester. That being open does not give you more support. Let's continue. And equity within the profession, benefiting the team as a whole. Okay, my next statement. No one cares about that on the battlefield. You're absolutely right that in a high stakes life or death situation, such as on the battlefield or during a fire rescue, personal characteristics like gender, race, or sexual orientation are irrelevant. What matters in those moments are the skills, training, and decisions of the individuals involved. That's it. That is the whole cake. Though that is all the ingredients you need for this cake to, to come out perfect. All the however and also is totally irrelevant. You don't need to add nothing else to that cake. Cakes, a perfect cake for the most part have the same ingredients. You can't take those ingredients out. Oh, I want to be inclusive and add some ingredient that don't fit into the cake. Like 99% of all cakes have the exact same ingredients. Let's continue. The person being rescued cares about the firefighter's ability to do their job effectively, not their personal life. Let me read that again. What matters in those moments are the skills, training, and decisions of the individuals involved. The person being rescued cares about the firefighter's ability to do their job effectively, not their personal life. The focus on Kristin Crowley's identity as LGBTQ is not about those critical moments on the front lines. Instead, it is about her leadership role in shaping the culture and policies of the fire department. Her openness about her identity serves as a symbol of inclusiveness in a profession where diversity has historically been limited. Okay. We already get that. We already, cause you see how the brain works for when you talk to liberals. They always try to derail the conversation and go back to things that are totally irrelevant to the person's ability, effectiveness of the job. Ultimately, while representation and inclusivity are important for the health of the organization, they don't affect the immediate act of saving lives in the field. Actually, they do affect that. They do affect it. If you trying to be open and inclusive in a field where skill and training is 99% of the results, why focus on the 1% of openness? Who the F give a, who cares about openness, bro? Come on, I mean serious. Let's continue. It's all about the training, courage, and the teamwork of the responders. Okay, so here's what I said. But being a leader has nothing to do with sex. They keep talking about leadership. It has nothing to do with sex, though. So let's say you're absolutely correct that being an effective leader has nothing to do with a person's sexual orientation or personal life. Leadership is about skills like decision making, communication, empathy, strategic thinking, and the ability to inspire and manage teams effectively. The emphasis on Kristin Crowley's identity as LGBTQ in some discussions is not about her ability to lead. Why? Why wouldn't it be about that? Or fight fires, but rather about representation and breaking barriers in a traditionally male-dominated and less diverse profession. It's a way of highlighting progress within an organization like the Los Angeles Fire Department, which historically might not have been as inclusive. See? This does not distract from her leadership qualities or the technical experience she brings to the role. At the core, her success as a leader is based on her professional accomplishments, ability to manage teams, and effectiveness during crisis, not her personal identity. For the public and her team, what matters most is how she leads and performs in the line of duty. So this is what I said. So her position is a token position for politics, not saving lives. Kristin Crowley's position as a Los Angeles Fire Chief is not simply a token political appointment. Her selection is based on long and proven career in the fire service, including decades of operational leadership and technical expertise. Since joining the Los Angeles Fire Department in 1998, she has served in key roles such as fire marshal, battalion chief, and deputy chief, showcasing her abilities in both emergency response and administrative leadership. Her promotion to fire chief in 2022 was grounded in her experience, qualifications, and visions for the department. All right, guys. So that's that. I'm not gonna talk. I'm done. Anyway, the point is, the Los Angeles fires that are happening now is a direct result of the fire chief's lack of leadership skills. She's focused too much on inclusivity, openness, and all that crap and all that garbage, that when it comes down to the skills and abilities of the men to do their job, she failed. So she get an F. She get an F from the public. And the mayor gets an F from the public. Okay, guys, so that's it for that video, guys. Remember, guys, keep your life clean, keep your car clean, keep your body clean, keep your mind clean, and keep your diet clean, guys. Remember to drink plenty of spring water to flush out the toxins, the chemicals, and the poison that's in the food supply. Guys, you've already been poisoned. You've been micro-poisoned every day. And since you're operating in your lower self, you're also poisoning your children and your pets. Until next time, guys, I'm Contraband 777, and I'm signing off. Peace.